Hello, handsome humans. This is Philip Folsom. I'm an anthropologist, an executive coach, and a culture development expert. I do much of my leadership programming at USC Marshall, and my corporate clients include SpaceX, NBC Universal. I sit on the numerous boards of Red Bull North America High Performance Department. And my mission, my sacred purpose, is to heal as much of the world as I can. Krishnamurti talks about it is no measure of health to be well adapted to a profoundly sick society. And our society is broken. We're looking at epidemic levels of clinical anxiety and suicide and depression. We're experiencing a host of inflammation-based diseases. And the root of this is that we are in a society that is swimming in stress hormones caused by our chronic stress environment. How do we heal the fire source of our pain? And if we want to put out a house fire, we're not going to spray water all over the house. We're going to kick a hole in the ceiling and we're going to get some resources to the place where it started. And this happens to be the fact that we are kinship-based creatures. We are designed to live in these intimate, collaborative, small organizations called tribes. Those kinship systems have been replaced by career-based systems, and we simply must be able to transform our teams into tribes. And this is culture work. The foundation of culture work is to be able to craft an environment where humans can be healthy and high performing. And the basis of this is three components. Number one, why do we exist? Why is this organization in place? What is its function, purpose, meaning? Number two, what are we doing? People need to have some clarity. They need to be transparent. We need to understand what the mission is. And thirdly, how do we do it? What are the guiding principles? What's the infrastructure of our decision-making process? And in the leadership world, the why is our vision, the North Star that we navigate off of. It's the big mountain we're climbing in the distance. The what is our mission. It needs to be transparent. It needs to be collaborative. And that needs to be absolutely rock solid. And then thirdly, we need to spend some time digging and crafting into what our value set, because our values are literally the thing that human beings refer to in our decision-making process. And the word decide is a fascinating word. It contains the root of suicide or homicide. So it means to cut or kill. Every time that we decide something, the cost of that decision is our next best choice. In economics, that would be your opportunity cost. So what is that decision-making process? It is literally decided by our values. So when we pop the hood on the way that we navigate through all of the what's and the hows and the whys, our values are running underneath the hood, and we need to make sure that those are in alignment with our large why, and also that they are collective. Once organizations have crafted and committed to these common mission, vision, values, a psychological transformation takes place. And that is that we start to look at each other as an extension of ourselves instead of the other. And this leads to the very foundational infrastructure for trust and safety. We need this in our life for us to feel sustainable, healthy, and this trust and safety leads to a whole cascade of remarkable things, including healthy conflict, giving and receiving some robust feedback, best practices, accountability. It is the absolute foundation for high-performing teams. It's time to heal our tiny portion of the sick society that we were born into. It's time to go into that cave that we fear to enter, build a fire, stay a while. There's gold in the shadows, and there's nothing in there scary except for us anyway. It's time to transform our teams into tribes, and I'd be honored to be your guide. I'm Philip Folsom.